Welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to be cutting a kimono gown. So the measurements you need for your kimono gown is the center back, that's the center of your back to your desired length. I'm going to be working with 15 inches here. As you can see, I have 15 inches here. So I'll go ahead and get the length of the gown I'm working with. I'm working with length 44. So I'll go ahead and cut it out now so you can see. So guys, I have 15 inches by the length 44. This is 15 inches here. So let's just rule out our measurements. So I'll be marking 10 inches as my chest measurement here. 10 inches, then my half length is 16 plus half an inch, that's 6.5. Then the hip line, that's 9. I'll be adding additional half inch to it, making it 9.5. I think I should use the ruler so it can be very straight. So from this point that I have my chest measurement, that's the bust line. I'll divide my bust by 4. The bust is 36. 36 divided by 4 give me 9 inches. I'll go ahead and mark my 9 inches here. Then I'll be putting in my ease allowance of 1 inch here. There's no zip on this clothes, so I'll be needing ease allowance so I can wear it freely. Then the seam allowance of 2 inches. Then this is my waistline here. I'll divide my waist by 4. That's the waist 28 divided by 4. I have 7 inches. 1 inch for ease allowance, 2 inches for the seam allowance. So I'm going to connect like this here. So this is it here. Then where I have my hip, this is the hip line here. I'm working with hip 36. This is 36 here. Divide by 4, I have 9 inches. 9 is allowance of 1 inch. Then sewing allowance of 2 inches. So you connect this to this. This is what we have. Then this is the down part of the clothes. So I'm going to be adding, I'm just going to be taking whatever I have here, I'm going to bring it down to this side. So the ruler is not long enough. I don't have my long ruler here, so you can just do it like this. Well, in a situation whereby you don't want it to be really full, you can just calculate your hip here. This is hip 36. Then you add additional 5 inches to it. I think I have 5 inches extra here. The 3 inches is for the A line to make the dress, since it's not going to be having a slit at the down part, it will make it very free at the down part. Then the 2 inches is for the seam allowance, so additional 5 inches to the down part. Then from this part you go up by 1 inch. You locate the midpoint of the midpoints that you have here. I think this is around 15. Then you connect like this. It will give it a slant at the base. So let me go ahead and calculate my neck. The neck I'm going to be using here, the neck is going to be a round neck. This is 4 inches. But since there won't be a slit at the back, a zip at the back, I'm going to be putting a slit in front. So this is 4 inches by 3.5. Just connect like this. Then I'm going to slit up to 4 inches here. You try and curve your neck like this. Then don't forget to slant your shoulder. You measure 1 inch here. You connect to somewhere here. Then at this point, I'll just be going down. I'll just curve it like this. So as you can see, so I'll go ahead. So right now I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'll use the same to cut the back. Use the front to cut the back panel. This is it. Don't forget I said I'm going to be slitting the 4 inches. I think it's 4 inches I marked here. Slit it open so it can accommodate the head. So I'll just go ahead and I want you to really understand it. So I'll cut it. You cut it from the base. Like this. This is the kimono sleeve. Then at the base, as you can see like this, I'm going to cut here. So I'll fold my fabric again. Remember, I'm not putting a zip or a button. So I'll fold another fabric and cut exactly like this. I'll just be changing the neckline. So guys, I've placed another fabric. As you can see, this is it here. So I'm just going to be cutting exactly, but I'm just going to be changing the neckline at the back. So let's go ahead and cut now. So I'll go ahead and cut now. This is how you cut. I'm cutting exactly what I have at the front. This is how you cut. So the neckline, I'll be going with the 4 inches that I have here by the 3 inches. Cut like this. So we're done. We have the front here and we have the back. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut the facing for it. So this is the facing. I cut out 10 inches by 10 inches. See, 10 inches here. And the length as well is 10 inches. So you're just going to be bringing your, okay, I'll start with the front. This is the front here. You place it like this. You place it like this. Then you cut it out. A facing is a replica of your main fabric, but it's just that it will be shorter. So when I'm done, as you can see, I'll slit out this part. Sorry. So this is it here. So from here, from the part that the slitting stopped, I'm going to be marking 3.5, and it is exactly 3.5. So you'll be marking it all round. This is 3.5 here. So I'm going to mark it here. Then here, you mark the 3.5. Then you connect. This is it here. You cut it out. So I'm just going to be putting my stay on it. You can use your gum stay. You can use your S stay, whichever one you want to go with. Then this is it here. You are going to place it like this and use it to sew rather than cutting a lining or using a bias for it. So this is how it will look on the clothes. So I'll be doing same for the back as well. So guys, this is the facing for the back. I did not cut 10 inches long for this. I just marked my 3.5 inches immediately after the neckline. This is what I'm saying here. Immediately after I cut the neck, I marked 3.5 all round. This is okay. The reason why I had 10 inches for the front is because of the slits in the middle. So here I'll just work with what I have here, then 3.5, then I curve it round. So I'll go ahead now and sew. It is very important you put in your stay. I'll go to my pressing table. I'm going to attach the stay on it and I'm going to press it. So I'm going to do that now. So guys, this is it. This is what we have here. I've gone ahead to put the stay. This is the front and this is the back. So what you do now is to attach it. This is the front. You place your facing like this, the right side facing the right side. Then you are going to sew like this. We're going to sew and top stitch it. So I'm going to do same for back and the front. So guys, this is the facing and this is the stay. I've gone ahead to sew and to also top stitch it. So I have same for the front as well. This is the front here, as you can see. This is it here. So the next step is to join the front and the back shoulder together, and this is how you place it, the right side and right. Then you just pick this and cross it to the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do same for both the two sides. Then you sew to this extent here. You sew straight down like this. So guys, I've gone to join the shoulder. This is what we have. So after doing that, I have to fold the sleeve, half in, one out. That's what I did, as you can see. So the next step is to join the two sides together. So because I know there's no lining and I'm not going to be weaving this, so I have to sew it outside first. As you can see, I sewed it outside at the two sides. Then I'll just flip it like this before I sew from the inside. With this method, you don't have to weave the cloth. This is the inside of it. So you just come here and pick whatsoever allowance you added to it and sew it down. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'll go ahead and sew it down. I'll measure my sleeve round here, then add additional ease allowance to it. This is 5 inches. I'm going to add extra 1 inch ease allowance to it. Then I'll go ahead and sew it down. So guys, this is what it looks like. If you follow the method I showed you, you don't have to weave the cloth, and as you can see, it's looking very neat from the inside. This is how it will look like. So just after we did that, we've gone ahead to fold the down part. So this is what we have here. Thank you guys for watching the tutorial. Thank you.